Hi, I'm James at Bespoke Airsoft. Welcome back to another review. Now this is one I've been meaning to do for a very long time. This is the Ares M110 or the S125 DMR. So yes, many people refer this to the SR25, but it is the M110 from Ares. It's a platform that I've been looking to review for a very long time. It's been sat in my kitchen for a hell of a long time, but we've just been covering other brands and other products, so haven't been managed around to get to it until now. It is ridiculously hot here at the moment. I hope you still like the black drop down screen thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a photography expert, but it is about 27, 28 degrees here at the moment, which in the UK is a lot for us. So apologies if I'm sweating. Let's actually have a drink, a nice cold coffee. But this is a product that I've been looking to do for a long time. We looked at the wrap axe, which is Sekita's sort of re-wrapping of this rifle. But we'll get into the differences and the similarities in just a moment. Usual from Ares, you know, cardboard box. They don't tend to do the best packaging, although it's by far not the worst. They have learned over the years to make it a little bit better. Some of the first packaging that, you know, the Ares Strikers came in was just abysmal. The guns were coming through the sides of the box. So in the box we get the gun itself. That's on the side. We get a front sight post which is canted. We get a rear sight post which is canted. We get 2 QD sling points, very nice. We get the mid-cap magazine, very nice. We've got an unjamming and loading rod in here, which I'm not going to get out because we don't really want to look at that. And it also comes with a really cool scope mount, which I really liked as well, so we'll take a look at that in just a moment. So that's everything out of the box. You can probably tell the way I'm talking, I'm very excited about this model. This model comes in a couple of different variants. They've done a couple of SR25 models over the years, but this M110 model is their latest one that they do with this style of handguard that you see here. They also do it in black, they do it in tan, and they also do it with the crane stock, and they do it with a full stock as well. I picked up the crane stock model just because, one, it's smaller to get in frame of the camera, and I like the crane stock feature. You know, you've got plenty of battery space there, probably a little bit more, well, you will have more in the full stock, but you're able to collapse this down if you're getting into sort of like a sticky environment, so way to look at that. So this is a full metal replica. The only plastic parts are the pistol grip and the stock itself. You've got safe, fire, the selector can go all the way around, but these are locked to semi-auto from the factory, unlike the wrap axe. So this platform is basically what the wrap axe is built on. You'll see a lot of similarities. All the controls are the same. The way this thing works internally is very much the same. And it's basically what Sekita did. They went and took this platform and then wrapped it in their own externals and then packaged it up and sold it as their own product. Not a problem with that at all. They started with a good product to begin with. So you know, they've done a good thing there. Sekita have had some ups and downs. You know, the downs being the Gladius series made by APS. They weren't the best. They weren't the worst again, but you know, they've sort of gone with a couple of different brands now. I'm glad they chose Ares for this platform because the amount of parts and stuff that fit these programming boxes or the bits and pieces, no matter what you want to do, is good. So we've got a full metal replica, we've got a plastic stock, metal stock tube, metal upper and lower receivers, we've got a metal rail system as well, metal outer barrel, metal flash hider, metal magazine. You get the picture. So the controls are ambidextrous on this thing. You've got ambidextrous mag release, right and left hand side. If you charge the bolt back to access the hop up, you can release it from the right or the left hand side. Fire selector right left hand side, so you know you lefties out there are going to love this platform if you're looking for a DMR. Now what I do like that they do with this platform, it's not a cheap gun by any means, you know, you're sort of edging towards the £500 mark and then some, is they include this very nice mount that matches the colour of the rifle. I really do like that because you're not having to go and find a black mount or other mounts. you know, and then you can just take your scope rings off your scopes or whatever optics you're using, put this on there, and it fits in with the aesthetics of the rifle. They also give you 2 QD sling points. Your sling points are found on the stock itself. On the stock plate there, you've got 2 ASAP plates, ASAP points even. And then on the rail system, you've got 1 at the start and then 1 at the end as well. So you've got loads of places you can put these QD sling points on. They give you 2 in the box, which is great. I'm going to go buy these separately. So although you are paying a premium for this model, they have looked after you in terms of accessories. You also get canted iron sights. So if you're still engaging targets beyond your minimum engagement distance, but your scope's set for a longer distance and you're struggling to see them. I mean, not so much in airsoft compared to the real still world, because airsoft guns have a hop-up system, and when you tilt the rifle to one side, the rounds will curve to that direction. So, but if you are engaging targets that are at a distance where that doesn't really, you know, sort of hinder your ability, you know, they've given you some canted iron sights, which is usually another thing that you have to go buy separately. And you can fit these onto the rifle. So we go a rear one and a front one there, and they fit in. And the mounts that they've got are like sort of this ladder style mount, so they fit on there, and they're very, very low profile. They don't get in the way. I really do like that. And then you just secure them up with an Allen key. So let's pop those to one side. Construction on this thing is very, very solid indeed. Like, again, I love the fact they give you that mount there. It just looks the absolute business. Put a scope on there and you're good to go. Mid-cap capacity magazine. Now the great thing about the Rapax is when Sekitor did that and they OEM'd it by Ares, they came up with their own sort of like miniature style P-mags, which are 50 rounders. I think these are like 100 or 110 maybe, don't quote me on that. So they come with some little like 50 rounder PMAG style magazines. They fit this rifle. These fit the Sekitor rifle, so happy days if you want to go with a smaller. If you're sort of limited on, if you go into a Milsim event, you're limited on your ammo count that you can carry, but you want to carry some more magazines instead of some bigger ones, you can get those 50 rounders. They come in black and tan, and they'll fit this rifle just fine. So like I said, these come with well, may not have said already, these come with the Ares EFCS system. Which obviously the Sekitor Rapax uses as well, being based on the same system, which means they're programmable. They can take 7.4, 7.1 lipos. Here is just a lipo I had to hand, which is why I'm plugging it in. See if we can get the connector on. And you can, if you buy the Ares programming box, you can basically tell the system what you want it to do. So if you like this rifle, you're not bothered. Christ, I think I've had too much coffee. If you're not bothered about the sort of the higher power lock to semi-auto style of this rifle, but you really do like this platform, so you want to go down to about 350, sub 350, and you want to have the full auto capability, you can very much do that. Buy the programming box, tell the system what you want it to do, and away you go. And these gearbox systems, you take the stock tube off and you've actually got a quick change spring there, so it's nice. So we've got a battery on. Let's just punch it out to one side. There's no boobies in this gun whatsoever. Very responsive. Flick it to full auto. It'll only do semi-auto, so very nice and punchy. You know, with many of these manufacturers, whether they're sort of a low-end brand or a high-end brand, what you'll always find is sort of tuning the gearboxes and shimming them up and doing the work. If you get someone competent, or if you're competent yourself, you want to do it yourself, you can always get these singing much smoother than they do come out of the factory. But for, you know, a factory shimming job, that's actually not too bad. The rail system at the front here is very nice indeed. You've got loads of space to put bipods, other accessories, whether you want to put lasers on it or whatever. You've got a nice relief cut in the rail for your hand, although you can fit extra accessories there, I believe, because they've got screw holes, tapped holes in the little indents that you see. So it's very comfortable. Obviously I haven't got a scope on it, but get an idea with the scope mount. My eye lines up perfectly with these two mounts, which means my eye is directly in the centre of where it is. Now, Ares do like to put some, they like to play a little bit of bingo or a bit of a lottery with barrel attachments. So let's see what this has. So that would be 14mm clockwise, I believe. yeah, 14mm clockwise thread on there, so 14mm clockwise accessories will fit on this rifle just fine. If you're going to be running this as a DMR, you're probably going to be wanting to run, you know, a suppressor of some kind to sort of dull the crack of the air coming out the end of the barrel, and it also looks cool as well. So we'll get to the top-down camera, we'll see what this thing looks like in closer detail for you guys so we can show you a little bit more on the rifle. Then we'll get to the chrono results and the accuracy test, and with the accuracy test of this one compared to the other rifles that we do, I'll be doing 0.2s first, then I'll be going up to a 0.4 because it's probably the sort of minimum style, the minimum weight of BB that you're going to be using this if you're using it in its DMR format. So let's get the camera set up and then we'll be back on camera in just a moment. So here is the Ares M110. This is the tan model with the crane stock. You can also get it in black with a full stock as well. You've got the mount on there that comes with it. You've also got the iron sights, which you'll see the ladder style design now, and you'll see how this, let's zoom you in so you can see this. So you'll see how these sort of go in to the rail like a ladder design. Very low profile, I really do like it, and then you just secure it with a grip screw on the other side and the rear one. I like the fact that they've done this. It's very, very nice design, keeps them out of the way. The only issue is you've got to add it on. Like I can't add it there because there's a screw there. You have to add it onto rail section where, you know, there's bits and pieces free. I'll just use the other one. That one's got the screw adjusted. So you have to sort of add it in place where you can. Obviously, you can't there because there's a screw in the way. So very nice. The mount as well. You know, you've got a nice forward arrow logo, showing you which way it needs to go on. Very nice. I believe, oh, is that 30mm? 25mm? I think that's a 30mm scope ring, so any 30mm scopes will fit just fine. Obviously the markings, stoner rifle, you've got fire and safe, although the selector can go round, it will still only do semi-auto in its original state. Flip it over, we've got Knight's Armament, rifle 7.62 M110, Titusville, Florida, USA, and then there's just the serial number, which is obviously from Ares and the distributor, so they can track where the rifle's been. Usual M4 style pistol grip. And you've got the right side mag release. Let's lock the bolt to the rear. And you've got the right side bolt release. You can see the rotary style hop unit there. Left side mag release. And left side bolt release. A very nice clang to it as well. It's not like some of the more anticlimactic ones, KWA. But you know, nice aesthetics from Ares here, not bad at all, nice weight to it. It'd be nice if that was counterclockwise to make getting suppressors on there a lot easier, but hey ho, no one can tell Ares. They really do roll the dice when it comes to barrel threads on their platforms. Some come with 40mm counterclockwise, some come with 40mm clockwise, some come with 16mm clockwise, and then you got the Striker, which is 23mm positive as well. So nice rail system there. You know, it would be nice if they didn't put this on, but it's only a slight laser marking, so you could cover this up with some paint if need be. But you know, Ares, if you are listening, put this somewhere that's like incognito. You know, put it somewhere underneath, like on the trigger guard or something that you can't see, because it's just an eyesore. You've got this beautiful M110 replica, and then you've gone and stuck your own serial number on there, which just looks a CE marking. Put it somewhere, you know, incognito, where, you know, people just necessarily aren't going to see it or can cover it up, you know. So, but it's just a quick overview, just so you can see it a little bit more in detail. Very nice indeed. Stock there, multi-position, as you'd expect. popping that off there. In fact, I don't think it does come off that way, so I think you have to pull that down. Can this be pulled off? Right, I don't think that can. I think it's screwed on there. So you're going to want to use a stock tube LiPo with this. Obviously removing this stock tube, you've got a quick change spring guide there, so you can up and down, increase or decrease the power as you see fit. And then, like I say, if you do want to run it sub 350 with some full auto capabilities, you know, it's a spring change, a little programming box, you're done. And then you can use your beloved replica if you really do love using this thing at your local game days. And then say you go to a site that allows DMRs, or you go to a Milsim event, put your spring back in, reset it back to semi-auto, and away you go. You've got some long distance semi-auto fun there for you. So let's get to the chrono results. I imagine this is going to be in the region of about 450-ish. So we'll get it chronoed, and then we'll get it done on the 15-meter range, which we'll use 0.2s, and then the second test will be 0.4s. And then we'll be back on camera. What you'll see there, chrono is equipped for semi-auto DMR. It's locked to semi anyway. You're going to have great fun with this thing. It's ready to go. You've got all the accessories you could put on here as well as you want. Internal upgrades, you can really go full hog with it if you wanted to. The accuracy results as well, you'll see 0.2s, 0.4s. Of course, we're only shooting at 15 meters. If you're running this as a DMR, you're going to be pushing out some long distances. So you will want to set the hop and fine tune that to get the best results out of it, of course. Great fun with this rifle. There's not many sort of DMR style platforms that I'm fond of out there, and this has got to be one of them. I like what Ares do. They've been putting out a lot of high-end, high quality products lately. Yes, they do low quality products as well, which tend to be very cheap, much cheaper. Like they do all the cheaper M4s, they do the Honey Badgers. You know, you're really not breaking the bank. They do have something for everybody. They've got the new M45 platform, which is absolutely amazing. And you know, if I put my thinking cap on and you said, right, what do you want to go and purchase next? Amongst a few of the pistols that we've looked at, honestly, the next couple of rifles that I want to add to my personal collection are a DMR, which this kind of fits into. I'd probably pick this over the Rapax just because it is a lot more realistic than the Rapax in terms of it mimics an actual rifle that's being used in theatre of war. And of course the M45 platform, just because that platform is absolutely insane and I love it, and I'm into my pistol caliber carbine stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Ares M110. I know there's other reviews out there that have been ahead of me, but I wanted to cover this in this format. So I hope you like it. If you're thinking about getting one, by all means, you're not going to be disappointed with this thing. DMRs, I think, as a whole, it really is sort of useful if you've been playing for a while and you've got a bit of experience to then go into a DMR role, because it's not always the simplest thing to do, because you've got sites that limit certain rules on DMRs and FPS readouts. You've also got to have a bit of technical knowledge to run these things, because like I say, it comes with MOSFETs installed. You need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of it's putting out more muzzle velocity, running it on higher weight BBs, all that good stuff. But you're probably not going to stop at ordering this rifle as it's in itself. These do perform really well out the box at range. We have had some light testing when we've gone and visited our distributor, and we've had some hands-on experience and product testing before we order these things in. And I was very surprised by the results of this as standard. So, but you can only take it further by putting, you know, high-end inner barrels and such, and hot rubbers. And if you are looking for high-end inner barrels, be sure to check out Jaeger Precision, because they're putting out some great quality hand finished in a barrel stainless steel. But hope you like this review of the Ares M110 platform. Of course they do it in a full stock version as well. I'm going to keep babbling on because you know I do when I enjoy a platform. But hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've answered some questions. If you've got any more questions, james@bespokeairsoft.co.uk. The company inboxes are always massively rammed full of emails, so just bear with me, I will get to them as soon as possible. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, bell notification and subscribe button below, make sure you hit that, and we'll keep putting out some content. We've got some cool stuff coming on the way where I'm going to go on an overview of the D3 CRM that I've been running for a while now, and of course the how to Cerakote at home, which I am very much looking forward to. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.